Hi everybody, Dan Ullman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Wednesday, March the 29th, race number 5 at Gulfstream Park. We're going 7.5 furlongs on the turf. It's a starter optional claimer, and let's take a look at this field. Head on over to the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com, download those free Formulator past performances, and handicap along with us in post position order. The number 1 is 4-inch heels, trying turf for the first time. Not sure I love this horse's turf pedigree.
Yeah, because there isn't any. I don't see any turf pedigree for this horse. I guess we'll see what happens. Certainly, her dirt form's fine. She's a 5-year-old with only 15 starts, but she's won almost half of them. I mean, she's a fine dirt horse. Whether she's going to be as good on turf as she is on dirt, I don't know. I kind of find it hard to believe. Plus, you're stuck with Castellano on a horse who's 7-2 on the morning line. She's all yours.
That's the point I was going to make. Javier's going to knock down this horse's price, and we don't know if she could step on turf. At least she does have a little bit of early speed in a race that could be lacking pace. The number 2 is Silver Sassy, a horse that returned off an extremely long layoff most recently. It was nice to see that she took some money at 4-1. It was an okay performance that she can build on, but that race was for $16,000, now winners of 3 Life, and she's going to have to do a lot better.
Right. I'm just going to assume she needed that race. That was a very long layoff she was returning from. She sort of went evenly. I thought it was an okay place to start for her. They'll step her back up in class. You know, if nothing else, she's got 2 turf races from 2015 before that layoff. She ran fine both times.
The number 3 is Arthemiso. Earned a solid enough figure, beating 1X types with an 82 over course and distance on March 11th. I thought she got a wonderful trip and ride from Trevor McCarthy that day. But she was very game in the stretch at a big price.
Yeah, that's all those things are true. She got a really great trip and ride in that race. I don't want to take anything from her. I sort of feel like the horse that she held off might have hung a little bit on her in the stretch there. She seems to, if nothing else, she's very consistent, Dan. She just runs her race every time. I don't think it's going to be good enough against these horses.
I've been waiting a long time for the 4 Seeking Treasure to get back to the winner's circle. She hasn't won a race now in almost a year, but it seems like she goes close no matter the company. And last time out in the Mary Todd Stakes, which was one of those kind of starter claiming races at Gulfstream Park, I didn't think she had a very good trip at all. She must have been 4-5 path on the backstretch, 6 wide turning into the lane, and she was making up at least a little bit of ground late.
Yeah, that's true. She had a very wide trip in that race, and she ran on. That's what she does. I mean, she just sort of runs on every time. In a lot of ways, I want to say they have her to beat in this race. I mean, she's getting the right class relief here. It's huge class relief for her, and she's just supposed to be really tough in this race. But she also is what she is, and she doesn't win a lot, and she doesn't have like some kind of huge kick in the stretch. She just sort of comes evenly. I don't know how short a price I want her. I think she's the horse to beat. I don't know how short a price I want her.
I'm with you. She's 5-2 on the morning line. She might go shorter than that, and if that's the case, I'm not sure I want her. But 5-2 based on her overall body of work is probably a very fair price. She also doesn't have a lot of early speed, which could work against her. The 5 is Thinking of Mom, who's been popular at the claim box recently, taken out of her last 3 races for 16. She's just a rock-solid sort. She's got a good amount of tactical speed, and she's capable of running that buyer in the low 80s that might be good enough for winning.
Yeah, nothing to knock about her recent form. She got good tactical speed as well, which could play well in this race. Her new trainer, who does a pretty good job, he doesn't do a lot of claiming. He's 0 for 11 off the claim over the past 5 years. It's such a small sample, I don't really care about it.
Number 6 is Vendita, who won last time out, a condition claiming event going a mile on February the 15th. Her best asset is her early speed. And let's take a look at the Timeform US pace projector for this race. They have Vendita out in front of the first-time turf runner, the number 1 4-inch heels. And you note that the Timeform pace projector finds that this race will favor horses on or near the early lead, so advantage Vendita.
Yeah, that is an advantage for her. There's not a lot of pace in this race, and if she can get loose on the lead, I suppose she could be dangerous. I don't love her overall turf form. She got such a perfect trip when she won last time, and she just held on. I didn't really like her that much in here, but she has a tactical advantage.
Rider switched to Jose Ortiz for the 7B Playful, a mare that's finished second in 10 of 24 lifetime starts, including her last race when she finished ahead of the number 4 Seeking Treasure in that Mary Todd Stakes. But it's one of those Michael Maker reclamation projects. Maker took this one for 40, and you got to respect any time Maker takes a horse. It may take a couple of races, but he usually finds the whole card.
Yeah, he claimed her. He's run her on turf twice since he claimed her, both in stakes races. She ran well both times. I particularly liked her race last time in the Mary Todd. Very wide, very close to the pace in that race. I don't know. I thought that she ran really well, and her Claiming Frontier was also a very good performance, really wide in that race, too. I think Ortiz, in a race like this without much pace, I think he gets her close to the pace in this race. I think she's going to be pretty tough.
One Penny Peace, who rounds out the field in number 8, now with Paco Lopez, who was aboard for the win 2 back, aboard for the win 5 back. Of course, that was up close to the pace in that Mary Todd before paying the price. She's another one that can be close, but I think Paco kind of likes to take her back and make one run, and I'm expecting that to be the case here.
I agree with that. I don't think that it helped her being too close to the pace last time in the Mary Todd, and she ran fine. So she's a good horse. I have a long history with her. I'm always on her when she gets some kind of crazy trip and can't win, and then I don't like her the next time and she wins, gets a perfect trip and wins. She's good enough to beat this field. It's all a question of what kind of trip can Paco get for her.
Let's take a look at our top selections for our Wednesday Formulator Race of the Day. You're going with the 7 Be Playful for Michael Maker. Probably works out a great trip. Do you think Jose kills your price? 3-1 on the line.
I'd be perfectly happy if Maker had just left Nick Juarez on and let him ride. I thought he rode her fine last time. He switches to Ortiz. Obviously, Ortiz will do the right thing, but it does hurt your price.
One more chance for me on the 4 Seeking Treasure, one of my favorites, but she doesn't win very often. 5-2, morning line price seems fair. I wouldn't go any less than that. If you are playing the Wednesday Gulfstream card from home, a $300 sign-up bonus is available to new DRF Bets subscribers. And all you have to do is head on over to drf.com/trifecta. Approximate post time for Wednesday's race of the day, the 5th at Gulfstream, 2:32 Eastern. Good luck.